blocks are so fun. You can play them with anyone. The show goes up at 1. You can find Pandora's blocks on Amazon. Yeah. Oh. Didn't see you there.
Whoops. We were just chillaxing and jamming.
We just hang out
with our fun instruments.
Yeah. So on this week's episode, we're going to be sitting on amps. I guess that's a thing. We sit on different things for each
Yeah. Until I'm comfortable, we're going to sit on different things.
Okay, so now we're going to play Dance Party. In Dance Party, you dance. My dance is I won, but nobody was there to see it.
Opening the locked underwear drawer. It's like secretive.
It's like sinister. So now we are going to be playing a game called French Restaurant. I'm actually way more of a fan of German Restaurant. In French Restaurant, one player rolls the dice and chooses menu items to ask their waiter about.
Welcome to Dieter's Cookie Cookery.
So I see that you have seagull starters.
So this is a subsection of what we have at the restaurant. And so the seagull starters, they are the kinds of foods that the seagulls usually would eat. So these are your French fries and your melty ice creams and your just bags of chips that have been laying out in the sun too long. Right. We usually just warm the chips up.
What's the snangle?
Oh, this snangle is a kind of meat kebab, yeah. So what we take this with is a little bit of dressing. It's made out of sugary business. With the meat part that is wrapped around the stick, it looks like the medicine thing, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, with the snake.
With the snakes, yeah. So this is why it's called what you said it was called.
Snaggle? All right. It says here that there's a serving option of the shirt tug.
If you do not want to be interrupted during your meal, via some waiter coming in and plopping your food down in front of you like some kind of animal,
right.
What we can have is a small boy come to you and he just comes in and says, "Excuse me, your food is ready, my friend." And this is how you can know without interrupting your conversation.
Actually, I think I'm going to be doing a British cuisine.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, I think a little bit of British. Oh, header.
Here, I came earlier, but it was closed because of the staff had to exercise and to work out.
At about 5 o'clock p.m., the staff all goes for a jog. We run through the park and we sing our song.
Skewered postmail?
Yes, the skewered postmail. We take postage. We mail it out, and we actually have a really good delivery boy. And he brings it to the post office, and he sends it right back. And in that process, it gathers its seasoning. We cook that up, and we serve it with some beans.
It says you can get some of this food electrically charged.
If you'd like the waiter to be really pumped up, just like, "I can't wait to give you this food." Other phrases may include, "Oh, whoopee!" Phrases I've used, "hurrah for all."
It's discounted if I drink out of the forbidden chalice.
Oh yes, the forbidden chalice. Now this is a bit of a local legend. The last person who drank out of the forbidden chalice was deemed to be, for sure, Jack the Ripper.
I'll just be here while you get my food.
Of course. If there was one store that you could have closed down, you could get like an absolute blowout sale, get everything like 70% off, what would it be? But like you'd never be able to shop there again.
I'm gonna say CVS. And that's because there's a lot of other places like CVS.
That's true, yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was a very strange answer and I wasn't expecting it. Welcome to the workshop. It's gonna have something to do with music. How about you come up with a band name, and I'll play the music from that band.
Moon Pit. We're the Moon Pit. Moon Pit gang. That was Moon Pit.
House Cash. House Cash. I'm looking for some house cash. I guess this is song titles. Up next on Z&A Radio, we have Tree Hallucinations.
And playing up next, we have Stump Busters.
Shedding a light on that mountain.
That one deeply is about how us human beings see beautiful mountains such as scenery and then reduce them to just simple likes and clicks on social media networking sites.
Instagram and Twitter, TikTok and Snapchat, Facebook.
I'm going to go itch my shins. We're going to record the Patreon bonus part. It's going to be a great time. You should check it out. The link to our Patreon is in the description below.
We'll see you in a minute. Welcome back to the workshop.
Oh, thanks, Zack.
How we met stories, and what I mean by this is like from a parent's perspective, telling a child like, oh, this is how your mother. This is how your mother and I met.
Hey, Grunkle Zack, how did you and Gratilda meet?
Well, it actually wasn't her original name, believe it or not. Gratilda and I actually met at a crossroads in their life. And funny enough, we met on Tinder.
They had that 50 years ago?
Well, it wasn't 50 years ago. This was like 3 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, Gratilda is my second wife. I was on Tinder and I was like, hey, you round? Girl, like your booty is round, you know?
Did you call Aunt Gratilda fat?
No, she knew what I meant. She knew I was hitting her up in the sliding DMs.
Did you and Mom like meet on the boat, or did you have plans before this?
Oh,
the
well,
boat?
I got on the boat, she got on the boat. We're all on the boat and we're all charged with all these just beautiful emotions. And I looked at her and I was like, she gonna have my little baby. You.
There is a skunk in the catter. And this is from outside. That isn't.
Well, yeah, because like, she's not gonna go inside.
But there's a skunk in there. There's a skunk in the catter.
How did a skunk get in there? Do you think it was a crazy prank by teenagers?
Today's episode is sponsored
by blueberries.
We're just gonna tear right into there. So we're gonna try these out. Now we did a bunch of rigorous testing with these. We got a whole bunch of them to test them all out. I have to say that they are really good.
I'd give them like probably 3.5 stars in terms of art supplies.
So it may seem like a really small thing, but if you hit that subscribe button, it helps us out so much, especially here in the early stages. Now we're going to be playing a game called Everyday Miracles.
Everyday Miracles is a game where we roll some dice and we tell you some just little everyday miracles that go on. When you go to play with that RC toy that you want to play with and it's already charged. Oh, those candles that like smell actually like nice pine trees. Ooh. Just spending some time recharging that hand crank thing, even though it doesn't need to be charged.
When your wood guy finally calls back.
When you locked up a bunch of your money and then you find it later and you have like a couple $100. When you pick up a musical instrument and you play like the first 3 notes and they sound good.
When you spill water on your computer but everything's okay. When somebody falls for that side shoulder tap. Okay, so now we're going to be doing Superfight. To be on theme today, our Superfight is going to be like...
Yeah, it's going to be a battle of the bands.
Battle of the bands, but they really are fighting.
In a literal sense. I might be hovering around a 5. I came up with Jiminy Cricket with poisonous teeth.
Snakeskin burns. He's got sideburns. And he wears a lot of snakeskin. That's exactly what I was thinking.
He's so small, he's just gonna run, he's just gonna jump up, and once he gets on you, chomp. He's got poisonous teeth.
Snakeskin Burns is used to poisonous teeth. I mean, he's got a bunch of snakeskin on him. The interesting thing about Snakeskin Burns is that all of the snakeskin that he wears, he actually hunted down the snake himself. And it's like sort of a political campaign of like, you know, gritty manliness.
I have to imagine a snake venom is going to be different than like, you know, a poisonous tooth.
No, it's quite literally the same thing.
He's Jiminy Cricket, and he's crawling around in there. It's not like a one-time necessarily bite, you know what I mean? Like chomp, 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 like he gets in those pant legs or something.
Once he notices you're in there, squish squash.
I just imagine it's hard to feel anything specific under all that snake skin.
Let us know who you think would win. Snakeskin Burns?
Or Jiminy Cricket with poisonous teeth.
So now we're going to be playing a game of parting words of wisdom. The shirt may be dirty, but you're still number one.
Your mixtape makes you the star of your own car.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, and remember, you can support what we're doing on Patreon.
Yeah.
Link below.
I just need you to know that I love you. And just because I'm ending what happened before doesn't mean that I'll forget.
House cash. House cash. House cash. House cash. House cash. Running my fingers in the cushion, looking for some house cash. House cash. House cash. I'm looking for some house cash.
I guess this is